Hey, what's good, everyone? In today's session, I get down to my last $64 and try to come back. Alright, let's get it.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want.
Today, I go play the 1-2 no limit game at the final table. I buy in for the max $400. I get my chips and head to the table. Starting off the session, I look down at 8-9 offsuit in the small blind, and the cutoff raises it to $12. And I make the call along with 3 players, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop isn't too bad. 6, ace 10 all offsuit, and I need a 7 for a gutter straight. I lead out for $2, and everyone calls. The turn is a 5 of diamonds, and this time I lead out for $22, and only the cutoff calls. And the river is a brick, a 4 of diamonds, and I bet out $50 trying to make it look like value, except for then the cutoff snap calls and shows ace 4 for a river 2 pair. I wonder if he would have called if he didn't rivers 2 pair. Oh wells, we'll never know. Nice hand, nice hand. Moving on, the very next hand, I shout out $5 on the button and look down at ace queen offsuit. C2 raises it to $15, one player makes the call, and then when action's back on me, I 3-bet it to $55. Only one player makes the call, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is a complete brick. 3 jack 7 all offsuit. I lead off for $50, just trying to represent aces or kings, and he snap folds. Alright, glad to get that small bluff through and take down the pot. This next hand, there's a $5 straddle under the gun, and I look down at 5-4 offsuit and make the call. The small blind raises to $20, and I make the call along with one other player, and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop is 5 deuce 10 with 2 spades. The small blind leads out for $15, and I raise it to $50, turning my middle pair into a semi-bluff. The player to my left folds, and then the small blind calls, and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is the ace of hearts. He checks, and then I bet out $50. Looking back, I feel like I need to size up to about 75 to 100. Betting 50 again kinda seems kinda light. The river is the jack of clubs, and I continue to turn my small pair into a bluff and bet out $100. He tanks for about 2 full minutes before making the call. I tell him he's good, and he flips over pocket 7s. Achai, what is going on? He told me that he put me on a flush draw. Nice call, sir. Alright, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit on tilt. I shout out $5 on the button and look down at queen 4 offsuit. 5 players make the call, and we go 6 ways to a flop. The flop is queen, queen, deuce with 2 hearts, and I flop trip queens. Hey, let's go. The small blind leads out for $10. One player makes a call, and then I raise it to $35. Only the small blind calls, and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is the 8 of diamonds, and he leads out again, this time for $30. The fact that he led out on the turn after I raised him on the flop is a little bit concerning, and I think we have some kicker problems. The river is the 9 of clubs, and he leads out again for $30. I do think about raising here for some value, but his play the whole way seems so strong. So I just make the call, and of course he shows ace queen, and I pay him off. Okay, I am down to my last $64. Let's get this comeback, baby. I look down at 3-4 clubs and raise it to $7. The button calls, and then the small blind raises it to $25. Everyone folds, and when action's back on me, I go all in for $64. Gamble, gamble, baby, let's go. Only the small blind calls, and we go heads up. The flop is a fun one. Deuce, ace, king with 2 clubs, and I flop a straight draw and a flush draw. The turn is a 4. See you on the river. And the river is the 4 of diamonds. Runner, runner 4s, baby. Let's go. I show my hand, and we're good. And we double up. My opponent didn't show his cards, but obviously we got lucky there. This next hand, I straddle $5 on the button and pick up the boys 8 Ron. Seat 2 raises it to $15 and 2 players make the call. When action's on me, I raise it to $85. C2 then goes all in and he has everyone covered. Only I make the call and we go heads up to a run out. I only have $76 more and I quickly show him my aces. No slow roll here. The board comes out clean and my opponent shows ace king and we double up. Wow, aces actually held up. I like it. Last couple interesting hands of the night and I straddle $5 on the button. The small blind raises it to $22 and I look down at ace 10 offsuit. 2 players call and I make the call as well and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop is deuce 7 jack all offsuit. C2 bets out $5 and when action's on me, I thought that was a pretty light bet, so I raise it to $30. Only seat 1 calls and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is a 7 of hearts. He checks and then I bet out $50 and he snap folds. Last interesting hand of the night. I pick up deuce 3 of diamonds in the cutoff position. Under the gun raises it to $10. I make the call along with 4 players and we go 6 ways to a flop. The flop isn't too bad. 8-5-8 with 2 diamonds, but of course the board is paired. Action checks to me and I bet out $25. 2 players call and we go 3 ways to a turn. The turn is the king of hearts. Action again checks to me and I think this is where I messed up. I checked to see a free river, but I felt like I should have fired again in case I don't hit my diamond on the river. The river though is the ace of diamonds, now completing my flush. This time, the middle position bets out $55. When he bets out here, I immediately don't think my baby flush is good here, but how do I fold a flush? I don't think he's betting an 8 here when the board is paired and the front door flush gets there on the river. I think he has a bigger flush, but I hate folding. My gut feeling here is that I am not good here, but I still end up making the call. The small blind folds and my opponent shows queen 7 for a higher flush. Sounds about right. Nice hand, nice hand. I should have went with my gut by raising big on the turn and maybe he would have folded, but just like that, I rack up my chips and call it a night. Alright, just got done with the session. Definitely a roller coaster of a session. I went down to my last about $70. So I was in for the game for $400 and out for $450. So battled back and got a small W. I'll definitely take it. The way I was playing and running tonight, I'll take it. So thanks for watching and see you guys on the river.